Okay, I'm back. Had a little smoke. Thought there was. I heard some noises. I thought I'd shut the camera off. Right. So yeah. So going back to my process. So for all you want to be authors out there, if you want a tip on how to finish your novel, I recommend you have a daily goal. Write a good 5 pages a day, which is a good 800 to 1,000 words a day. So in a month, if you do this every day, in 1 month you would have already wrote over 30,000 words. And hence, that is how I managed to finish my book in a couple months, as my book is 191,000 words for the series. So it's a pretty long book. You're looking at a good, like, I don't know, 270 pages for volume 1 and 2, and a good, like, 350 to 400 pages for volume 3. So it's a pretty long series. It's not as long as Lord of the Rings, and, like, it's not as long as Lord of the Rings or, like, Harry Potter, but it's a pretty long series. And it's a better book than Lord of the Rings. I'm reading Two Towers right now, which I'm enjoying a lot, by the way. I'm enjoying Two Towers a lot, better than more than Fellowship of the Ring. But I'm halfway through Two Towers right now, and the book is good. It's an amazing book, but it's not as good as Last of Us. Last of Us is a better series, man. I have no disrespect to J.R.R. Tolkien. J.R.R. Tolkien's a god fast. He's a legend. I respect him. I'm gonna keep his series as treasury forever, obviously. And then I might even reread it some other time. I don't know. I'll do a thing where before Xanth gets released, I don't know. I might do a thing where I reread the series and I watch Lord of the Rings and I reread the book before the movie comes out. Before the movie comes out, I'll reread my Last of Us series. I told you I'm going to be selling my series in a nice box set, a nice like box set. So for all you guys who want to buy the print, you're going to get a nice like 3 book box set series to keep for your collection, because book nerds all have a collection of books, right, that they keep. So yeah, so I recommend you write 5 pages a day, which is writing on a notebook, then type on your laptop. That way you focus when you concentrate better. Because I find you concentrate better if you write on your notebook than writing on your laptop. Because laptop you have distractions. Whereas when you write on your notebook, you're going to be more focused. Then once you write your 5 pages on your notebook, you write down what you wrote down on your laptop. That's what I do. At the same time, your book is saved. Your book is saved on a notebook. So when the Steph Families hacked my laptop, because I wrote my book on a notebook, my book was all saved, and I was able to rewrite the whole thing. So there's a few different tweaks in my original draft, but it's the same story. You're looking at an amazing story. You're looking at the best story ever told. Right? So picture this. You write 5 pages a day, which is like 1,000 words a day. You do that every day for 1 month, that's already 30,000 words. Right? And hence that's how I managed to finish my book in months, as my book is 109,000 words for the series. So for all the wannabe authors out there, if you want to finish your book, I recommend that you write 5 pages a day. That way in a month you will reach 30,000 words. So 30,000 words. Again, I'm going to keep saying this. If you don't have the gift, you're going to have a very tough time writing a novel. So you're gonna have to you're gonna have to really like look at your situation. Okay, can I really write a novel, or I can't write a novel? Because I told you, if you want to write a novel, especially fantasy, you need to have the gift, man. If you don't have the gift, you will not be able to pen down a fantasy novel. No way. Because there's a lot of students out there who are gifted in English. They're much all these teachers who flunked me in high school, they're much more gifted than me in English. They're gifted in the fluency of the English literature, and yet they can't even write their own fantasy novel, and yet I can, and yet I flunked English. I flunked English because I slacked off, because I'm a pretty smart person. I flunked English because I slacked off, but my point is, I'm not that great of a writer. But these teachers are much better writers than me, and yet they can't even pen down a fantasy novel, yet a fantasy novel better than Lord of the Rings. And yet I can, because of what? I have the gift, and they don't. So there's some. So if you're one of those writers where you tried to write a lot, you're trying to write a fantasy novel and you just can't do it. You've taken so many creative writing courses, and even then you still can't write it. It's because you lack the creativity, you lack the gift, you lack the gift to pen to you lack the picture brain to convey the words in story form. You have the ability to download the information and fluency of the English literature, but you don't have the picture brain to convey those words in story form. Whereas I'm the opposite. I don't have the USB to download all those big boring words onto paper, but I have the picture brain to convey those words in story form. Hence why I can write. Hence why I can write novels. I can write fantasy novels. I can even write a fantasy novel. A fantasy novel that has to be better than Lord of the Rings, because I have the gift. I'm gifted. Don't hate me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And no offense, I'd rather be a great storyteller than be a great writer, because writing a story is so much more interesting than just beautiful English. It's cool to write beautiful English, but at the end of the day, no one really cares about the boring words. It's much cool to be able to tell an amazing story. Hence, because I have the gift, I'm able to tell an amazing story because I have the gift. So if you're one of those guys, so if you're someone like me who has a picture brain, if you want to complete your novel, I recommend you write 5 pages a day, and by the time within 30 days you're ready to write 30,000 words. So let's say if you're writing a 60,000 word novel, in 2 months you'll finish your book, and that's how you finish your book. So if you want to write a nice 60,000 word fantasy novel, so fantasy is usually longer, but if you want to write a 60,000 word fantasy novel, if you write 5 pages a day, in 2 months you'll finish your book. If you want to write a 100,000 word novel, in 3.5 months to 4 months you'll finish your book. If you write 5 pages a day, have a daily goal. Write 5 pages a day. Write on your notebook first, then write down what you wrote, and within 3.5 months, 4 months, you'll be able to finish what you'll be able to finish your fantasy novel. And that's how I did it. That's how I finished my fantasy novel. Right? In other words, if you write 5 pages a day in a month, you will reach 30,000 words in 1 month. If you're writing a 60,000 word novel in 2 months, you will finish your book. That is how I did it. I had a daily goal, and that is how I accomplished the task of putting my blood, sweat, and tears of writing my amazing fantasy novel, even better than Lord of the Rings itself. And that is my amazing story of how I finished Miscellaneous. So had my stepfamily not take my PS3 and disconnected the internet cord and take away the DVD, you know what I'm saying? I never would have started writing a book. Because of that, I ended up starting writing that Islamic book. I ended up quitting writing that book, and then from then on, I started my fantasy novel, which is Last of Miscellaneous, and I ended up completing it last year. And last year, I finished it in early 2020, and now I finished my amazing novel, 191,000 words, worth billions, even better than Lord of the Rings. J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings book, and that is my amazing story of how I finished my Last of Miscellaneous story, and that's why my wife is joy for joy. You're welcome, sweetheart. And that's why you work on panicking your asses off, because you know I have the keys. My book is now worth billions. It's worth billions because of the Son of God. I have the keys. And everyone will buy it. But at the same time, it's also the best book ever written. If someone else who wasn't God wrote this book, they'd be the next J.K. Rowling or Stephen King. The news of this book would travel worldwide. It's a better book than Lord of the Rings. It's the next it's the modern Lord of the Rings, pretty much. It's a better written story than Lord of the Rings. That's how good Last of Us is. I'm going to keep saying this. I wouldn't be this cocky if my book wasn't as good. Trust me, once you read it, I'm going to take you for a ride, and you're going to order a ticket while reading it. And you're going to be like, oh my God. And all those teachers in Darcy who put me down, who flunked me, Ivan's stupid, I'm saying, who flunked me, they're all going to be shocked. They're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe Did Ivan really write this book? I can never write a book like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ivan wrote a better book than even J.R.R. Tolkien's book. He wrote a book that's better than all these fantasy novels. All these books that these students read in class, Ivan wrote a better book than all those authors. You know what I'm saying? All these books that these students read in class, Ivan wrote a better work than all these students. I guarantee you, even university professors are going to recommend to the students, to the creative writing teachers are going to be, hey, if you guys want to learn creative writing, read Ivan's book. Ivan's book's the best fantasy novel ever written. That's how good my book is. Even university professors are going to be shocked. Like, oh my God, like, how the fuck did Ivan write a book like this? A book better than Lord of the Rings. They're going to study my book, and how did Ivan plan his characters? How does Ivan make his characters feel so real? They're going to study my book now. So that's how good my book is, man. Yeah. You're welcome, Victoria. I fucking saved your ass. Yeah, you're fucking welcome. And hence why it's because of me and my wife are going to be multi-billionaires, and hence I fucking saved your ass, Victoria. You're fucking welcome. Yeah. I have 58 minutes left my phone. I'm down to what? I have about 40 minutes left on my phone around there. And for those of you wondering how long my book will be, is 191,000 words for the 3 series. So I can easily have it as one book, but I want it divided into 3 volumes, like Lord of the Rings. So just like Lord of the Rings is one story, I want Zayas to be one story, but divided into 3 volumes. It makes it better, more professional. I want the story to be split into 3 volumes, divided into 3 volumes. So that's the book series, the Lord of the Rings book series I just showed you. My book will be sold like a series in a box set. I'm gonna have it sold in a box set in 3 series. Red, the cover will be red. I'm gonna have that symbol, Zanian X symbol, and a sword maybe. In the bottom it says Volume 1. On the sides it says Last of Miscellaneous. It has my initials IO. And when you open the book, it says Last of Miscellaneous, written by Ivan O'Mary. This is something top notch. I'm gonna hire a good format company to format my book for me, and Lulu has the template for the cover, so I don't have to hire someone for my cover. My cover will be simple. You're looking at a nice series box set for my Zane series. It looks gonna be top notch. And so when you read the book, you're gonna be like, oh my god, this book is amazing. Yeah, you're looking at an amazing book, man. So for those of you wondering how long my book will be, it's 190,000 words for the 3 volumes. So you're looking at a good 260 to 70 pages around there for the first 2 volumes. So volume 1 will be a good 260 pages around there. Volume 2 will be about the same length, 80 pages, 260 pages. And volume 3 will be 350 to 400 pages for volume 3. So my book isn't the longest series, but it's a top quality series. Yes, even better than Lord of the Rings itself. I'm not kidding around. Even though my book is not the longest series, it's a top quality series. Hence why it's worth the $190. Because you're looking at a better series than even Lord of the Rings itself. You're looking at a top-notch book series, man. You're looking at something better than Lord of the Rings itself. My book will be better than J.R.R. Tolkien's book, man. All you book nerds, you've read Lord of the Rings, you know how good it is. But some areas, J.R.R. Tolkien did not keep me hooked the way Zane does. There's some areas of the book that are pretty boring. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest. Like Lord of the Rings is amazing. It's an amazing series, but there's some sections in the book where it drags on. It's I don't know. He spends like 5 pages describing the sunset, describing the land, describing this, describing that. It can get repetitive. It gets very boring. Whereas me, I don't do that. Me, I focus more on the characters and the plot, and I give more vague details for the descriptions. But because I focus more on the plot and the characters, it makes the story more interesting, and the characters jump on the page. Whereas Lord of the Rings, the characters jump on the page. The characters feel a bit dull in Lord of the Rings. The world building is amazing, but the characters feel pretty dull in Lord of the Rings. You know what I'm saying? That's my point. And when I adapt my movie to the big screen, I'm actually going to follow like 75% of the story. Whereas Lord of the Rings, they followed like 20% of the story. A lot of dialogue's cut out. A lot of characters are cut out. In Two Towers, you have Ugluk the orc. You have Grishnak. That's not in the movie. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that are cut out in Two Towers, man. A lot of scenes are cut out. You know what I'm saying? There's some scenes that are in the movie, but a lot of scenes and dialogue is just cut out. They cut out all these characters, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Lord of the Rings movies were amazing, but Lord of the Rings, they only follow like 25% of the book, man. Whereas me, I'm actually going to follow like 75% of the book. I'm going to follow the story. I'm going to add a good 25% to the dialogue and to the details for the movie to make it more interesting, obviously. But I'm actually going to follow the core of the story. Whereas Lord of the Rings, they follow like 20% of the story. All these characters and dialogue are just cut out, man. Because the book is too long, you know what I'm saying? Watch the movies and read the books. I'm telling you right now, there's like 80% difference, man. It's crazy. It looks like crazy. All these dialogues are cut out. All these characters that are cut out in Two Towers. Fellowship of the Ring, you have Tom Bombadil. You have Glorfindel, the elf. Cut out. Those characters are not in the movie, man. Mr. Maggot. Mr. Maggot's cut out. He might have been in one scene in Lord of the Rings. I think that was Mr. Maggot. They're not around here. They're out in the Hobbiton. I think that was Mr. Maggot. My point is, Mr. Maggot has some scenes in the book that are not in the movie. There's a lot of things that are cut out. A lot of dialogue that's cut out too. They take bits and pieces. For example, Boromir dies in the beginning of Two Towers, but in the movie they have Boromir die in the end of Fellowship of the Ring. There's a lot of differences when you read the book and you watch the movie. A lot of differences, man. Boromir doesn't die in the end of Fellowship of the Ring. No, he dies in the beginning of what? He dies in the beginning of Two Towers. He dies in the beginning of the book. Yeah, man. It's a lot of stuff that's cut out, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right? So for those of you wondering how long my book series is, you're looking at 190,000 words. You're looking at 260 pages about there for the first 2 volumes. So my volume 1 will be 260 pages. Volume 3 will be like 280 pages or something like that. And then volume 3 will be a good like 350, 400 pages. I'm giving an estimation. Like, I could be wrong. It might be longer. But 190,000 words is about a 1,000 page novel. So my book is a good 1,000 pages long. So if it's split into 3 volumes, you're looking at like 260 pages for volume 1, 280 page for volume 2, and like 400 page for volume 3. 250 page for volume 3. That's how long my book will be. Not the longest series, but you're looking at a top-notch series. Right? So for my book series, for my print, I'll be pricing my book series for print. I'll sell it as a series for about $190 because I want to make a nice profit for myself. Again, if you don't want to buy the nice box set series, I recommend you buy the box. I make my product on ebook anyways, but even then, I still recommend you get the print because you get to have a collection. If you don't want to pay $190 and get the nice collection, you can pay $22, which is cheap. You can get the 3 volumes of the ebook and read it. You still got to read the story. Look at the best story ever told. Right, so I'll sell my series for a good $190. The reason why it's so expensive is because Lulu print costs are so high. You're probably looking at $70 for print around there. And I want to make a nice profit for myself. Because if you want to make your 60, if I want to make my 60%, I have to price it for a lot of money. That way Lulu gets their 40% and I get my 60% for the print. And my ebooks, I'll price it for $22. I'll make 70% off that, and Lulu will take 30%. I make more product off ebook anyways. And most people will buy the ebook because it's cheaper. Because the average person doesn't want to pay $190 for the series. The only people who buy the print are the rich and the book nerds. The book nerds, a lot of them are going to buy the print because they want a collection for themselves. Whereas everyone else are most likely a good 65% of the world will buy the ebook, and a good 35% will buy the print around there. Right? Because a lot of people want to have a nice collection. You want to have a nice collection, you buy the print. That way you have a nice... That box that I showed you, that Lord of the Rings box that I showed you, you're looking at a box like that from my Miscellaneous series. It looks like top notch. You want to have a nice collection in your house of my three book series, you can buy the print. I make less profit off print anyways, but I recommend if you want to get what? Have a collection, you can get the print. If you don't want to buy the print, you can buy the ebook and read it on your laptop. And order some takeout and I'll take you for enjoy the ride. Just looking at the best story we told, man. I'm not kidding around. When I rewrote my book and I went over my whole novel, when I was reading it, I was having a blast. I was laughing. I was laughing. Oh my god, these characters make me laugh. I was hooked. Like I read my book many times. I read it. Oh my god, I'm hooked. This book is amazing. Yeah, it's better than Lord of the Rings. I compare it to Lord of the Rings. Oh my god, it's better than Lord of the Rings. I'm saying. Yeah, so I'll sell my series for $190. The reason why the book is so expensive is because Lulu print costs are so high. Hence why it'll be so expensive. Worth the money as you're looking at a top-notch quality Last of Miscellaneous series. Right? If you don't want to buy the print or cannot afford it, you can get the ebook series for $22. I'll price it for $22. So the people who can't afford it, I'll price it for $22. That way they can read the series. As I make more product off ebook anyways. Just a thought I thought you should know. So if you don't want to buy the kick-ass print collection that I showed you, like some of that Lord of the Rings collection I showed you, if you don't want to pay $190 and buy the series, Victoria Justice will most likely buy the series for herself. If you don't want to buy the by the way, Victoria Justice, when she reads my book, she's gonna be so shocked. She's gonna be like, when I meet her, she would have already read the book. She's like, oh my god, Ivan, you wrote this book? I'm like, yeah. Oh my god, Ivan, this is the best story we told. It was such an amazing story. It's such a unique story, yeah. Like, Ivan, you fucking wrote this? I'm like, yeah, I fucking wrote this, man. Yeah, you're fucking one Victoria. I fucking saved your ass, man. It's because of me, you're a fucking multi-billionaire. I fucking saved your ass, man. Like, you look at something crazy, man. Right? Now, before I talk about the special effects team I want to bring on board, I want to show you guys pictures again, man. Because I want to drag this video out. I want to show you guys pictures. Oh, no, not this. I want to show you guys pictures. Because I know you guys love it when I show you pictures. Because you look like top notch. I want you guys to get... Again, I'm going to show you Airtight again. I'm going to show you that Pennywise the Clown picture again, man. I want you guys to get an idea of how horrific Airtight is. You're looking at the devil himself. I'm gonna drag this out because I still have like a lot of time left. I still have a lot of time left on my phone. I want you guys to get an idea how horrific Airtight the devil is. You're looking at the devil himself, man. Look at that, man. In the book, Airtight is not scary, obviously, but you'll know he's evil. The book, you'll know he's evil, obviously. But it's not until I adapt the dictionary and I apply all that technology towards the devil wolf. You guys are gonna be like, holy shit, Airtight's fucking scary. Yeah. Look at this picture again, man. I want you guys to get an idea how... Look at that, man. Airtight is literally the devil himself. Look at that picture again, man. See that? That's Airtight, man. Imagine something 3 times scarier than that looking like a wolf and has human features. He's a badass fighter. He's a king of the south. You're looking at what the devil himself. Yeah, man. That's how scary Airtight is, man. You're looking at the devil himself. Fucking scary, man. Yeah. Look at that. Imagine something 3 times scarier than that, man. the walking devil on the big screen. Look at that, man. See how scary that is? Yeah, man, you're looking at the devil himself for Airtat. Fucking devil himself. Yeah, man. That's how scary Airtat is. Let me show you more pictures. And hence why I have to hire psychologists for me and the actors, man. Because Airtat is that fucking scary. You're looking at the devil himself. You're literally looking at the walking devil himself on the big screen. I'm going to show you this picture again. I keep showing you. Look at that, man. You are looking at what? The devil himself. Look at that. See that? Yeah, the devil himself. I already explained it in my Airtat video that I made recently. My personal life and about Airtat. I already told you guys how scary Airtat is. Hence why I have to hire psychologists. Because Airtat will literally be the walking devil in the scene. And hence why those actors are lucky. They're going to be a part of that buzz, man. You're looking at buzz 3 times the buzz of Avengers. You're looking at something fucking crazy, man. I'm going to show you more pictures that way I can drag this video out. Because I still have a lot of time left on my phone. Right, I have a good 30 minutes left on my phone. So there's not that much to talk about the special effects I want to bring on board. So I'm going to drag this video out longer. Right? $100 million rooftop condo. Me and my wife are going to own a $100 million rooftop condo. In Vancouver, man. You're looking at something top notch for my condo, man. You're looking at something fucking nice, man. I'm gonna own. Imagine a condo like this with interior like this, man. Yeah, you're looking at a condo like this for me and my wife, man. A nice I'm putting 100 million towards my condo. A 100 million condo looking like that. You see that? That's the type of condo me and my wife are gonna own. And that's why my wife is so proud of me because I fucking say to her ass, man. It's because of me you get to live this fucking life, man. You get to own your $100 million condo with your husband, built from scratch, brand new, high-tech alarm system. You have the garage that's already top-notch, where we park our nice cars. And you have a nice elevator that takes us to the rooftop condo, like a GPS system in our condo. We have a nice living room, a nice kitchen, a nice bathroom, our gym upstairs, our pool room, our jacuzzi will be in the pool room, our nice luxury terrace outside, our luxury living room, our high advanced theater system. Again, look somebody like that. Me and Morph are gonna own a condo looking like that, man. Imagine an interior looking like that. Me and Morph are gonna go on a condo. I'm gonna have my nice 200-inch TV. I'm gonna have a thing whenever I put my house in theater mode, the blind shut off and the house goes dark. I'll have speakers around my house. You know how movie theaters have speakers around the theater? I'm gonna have speakers around my house. That way, when we watch our movie, it's surround sound. Top-notch theater system for when my movies get released and my doc gets released, we watch it in theater in the theatrical experience. It's something top-notch. A high-tech alarm system. It's something crazy, man. Me and Marv are gonna own a nice 100 million rooftop condo like that. There's more pictures I can show you. Yeah, imagine an interior looking like that. See that? Me and Marv are gonna own a nice top-notch interior like that, man, for our condo, man. So we own our own jet. Me and Morph own a nice one. I'm not gonna go any higher than $100 million for the condo. If we do that, we're just wasting money. I'm not gonna spend $150, $200 million condo. That's just wasting money. No, a $100 million condo is more than enough. A nice condo, but I'm not gonna go overboard and buy a $400 million house. No, $100 million. Bill Gates is worth $100 billion. He owns a $120 million house. $150 million house. I'm not going to go any higher than $100 million for my condo. That's enough. That's more than enough money. If you do that, you're just wasting money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Luxury yacht. Me and Morph are going to own a nice luxury yacht, man. I'll stop with the pictures soon now. I'll get to the special effects people. Because I'm almost done this video, so. Yeah, me and Morph are going to own a nice $50 million yacht, man, to ourselves. Yeah. Imagine, I don't know. Yeah, imagine a yacht like that. Me and my wife are gonna own a nice yacht like that. That's where me and my wife and the actors are gonna do table reads. A good 17 actors gonna be flown to Vancouver. Imagine doing a table reads on a nice luxury yacht like that. Those actors are gonna do do table reads on a nice luxury yacht. And that's why they're gonna beg their asses off. Because Skyscraper is what? Better than Hollywood. And Hollywood Sussex guys. There you go. I'm not gonna waste money and buy a $50 million yacht. No, you're just wasting money. A nice 15, 6. I can go a bit higher than $50 million. I can get a nice 16, $17 million yacht. A nice 17 million yacht. 17 million is even good. A nice top quality yacht. I'm not going to go any higher than like 17 million. I'm going to go around that. See, a nice yacht like this. See? A nice yacht like a 17 million yacht's a yacht like this, man. That's like a 17 million yacht. A yacht that can fit a good like 20 people in there. That's the kind of yacht we're going to buy. That's a 15, 16, 17 million yacht. I'm not going to go any higher than 17 million, man. I said 15 million, but no, we can get like a 17 million yacht, or even if we want to. If it's a nice yacht and it's 17 million, I'll buy it. And a yacht we can buy, because a yacht we can own it for a good like 20, 30 years. So that yacht, me and my wife can use it for a good 30 years. And after 30 years, we sell it and we get another better yacht. Our jet we can use for 30 years. The jet and the yacht we can buy. Was everything else we lease. So clothes we buy, the jet and the yacht we buy, the rooftop condo we build and buy. Whereas the cars we lease. Because cars, after like 5 years, you're going to want a new one. No. Cars you lease. You lease your cars. Right? Luxury garage. I'll stop with the picture soon. Me and my wife are going to own a luxury garage, man. And that's where me and my wife are going to park our nice cars, man. I'm going to own a nice Ferrari. My wife's probably going to get a nice $100,000 Benz for herself. You're looking at top notch. I've shown you made designs yeah. Imagine a garage like this, man. Looking like that. Me and my wife are going to own a nice luxury garage like that, man. Hence why these actors are like, holy shit, Ivan and Rija are so rich. Because I don't know, a couple million went towards the garage. Looking at top-notch garage like that. That's where we might park our nice cars. You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, man. Ivan the Rich. Again, I don't want me and VJ renting a bunch of cars. I'm going to tell Victoria Justice, you can lease 2 cars and I'll lease 2 cars. I'll lease my Ferrari for the summer and fall, and I'll lease my winter Jeep for the winter and spring. You can get your $100,000 Benz if you want to, and your BMW or your Lexus for the winter, and your nice convertible Benz for what? For the summer if you want to. Because Victoria Justice, I guarantee she's going to end up getting a Benz. Because women are into those cars. They're not into top notch. They're not into like Porsches and Ferraris. No, they're into Benzes and BMWs, and Lexuses and all that stuff. Right. I'm going to be owning a Ferrari. A nice fucking Ferrari for myself, man. I'm going to stop with the picture soon. I'm going to be owning a nice fucking Ferrari, man. Like a nice top-notch Ferrari. Yeah, imagine me owning a Ferrari like this, man. I'm going to own a nice Ferrari. A black one. I like black. Black's a nice color. A nice black Ferrari. I'm going to own it. I'm going to lease it for a good 4 years. I'm going to return it after the 4 years. I'll lease a nice Jeep for myself. And Victoria Justice is going to get a nice convertible Benz for herself. I'm not going to show you a picture of that because you guys know what a Benz look like. Right? Luxury, futuristic office. You are going to own a nice luxury, futuristic office, man, for ourselves. Think of a futuristic look for my office. It's going to be top notch. I want the futuristic look for the office. I guarantee Victoria Justice is for the futuristic look for the office because you're looking at something top notch. Yeah, imagine, I showed you this picture before. Imagine an office desk like this, man. Me and my wife are going to own an office desk like this. I want my office desk to be something like this. Me and my wife are going to own a nice office desk like this. And that's where we're what? That's where we're going to what? Be working. And me and my wife will barely be working. As a 17, we'll be doing all the work for us. Because me and my wife are the fucking boss. The only thing I'm going to be doing is signing contracts, working on my script, making calls for the main stuff, and doing the concert art. That's it. That's all me and my wife are going to be doing. Whereas everything else the 16 takes care of. Because me and my wife are the fucking bosses. Yeah, again, imagine a luxury office looking like that, man. Me and my wife are going to own a nice luxury office like that with boss. A nice fucking luxury office like that, man. That's the kind of office me and my wife are going to own. You're looking at a nice luxury office, man. This will be top notch. Yeah, man, this will be top notch. I'm almost done with the pictures here, and I'll start talking about the special effects team I want to bring on board. Right? What else I might talk about? Pretty much done. I already showed you everything. Luxury jet. Me and my wife are going to own a nice luxury jet to ourselves. A nice luxury jet. Yeah, man, imagine a jet like that, man. Me and my wife are going to own a nice jet like that. I'll have my jet fit a good like 10 people. A nice like $40 million jet like that. And that's where me and my wife will use a jet to go on vacation. to go on our vacations, and we'll also use a jet to fly in all the crewmen and the actors. So I'll fly in 10 people at a time, and they'll all be in the jet. You can stack the fridge with like 20 beers. Everyone can have 2 beers each one in the jet. And then when they arrive, the limo driver takes them to what? My luxury office. I'm gonna show my camera up here.